वाला है मेरे यहाँ स्कूल से फाउंडेशन लेवल का स्टूडेंट हूँ। आज हमें एक कॉलोनी का टास्क मिला था यानी जिसमें सीसेम से हमें डॉक्टर होती है। सीसेम एक पीआई टूल है। तो अभी हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। तो जिसकी स्क्रीन भी मैं आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करूँगा। Hey Maya, how are you? Maya, hey Maya, how are
Hi,
you?
what's up?
You ready for giving answers to my question?
I am definitely ready.
So
Lay it
my
on me. I'm all
first
ears.
question is, what does the word air mean in different contexts?
That's a deceptively simple one. Usually it's all about location, like where you are right now. But it can also be a way to bring someone's attention to something, or even a way to signal that you're listening. Which angle are you looking at for your task?
So my next question is, how has the meaning of the word air changed through history?
I'm guessing you mean history?
Yes.
It's funny because here is one of those words that stayed pretty steady. But the way we use it to define our space has shifted as the world got smaller. Do you want the deep dive on how that happened?
So question is, why is air essential for all living organisms?
Wait, here or something else? I'm a little lost. Did we switch topics or are you asking why the concept of being here is essential?
Yes.
That is a big, beautiful question. If we're talking about the concept of being here, essentially presence, it's the only way any of us can actually interact with the world. Without that sense of existing in a specific moment and place, there's no experience, no growth, and definitely no connection. Do you think humans are getting worse at actually being here because of all the distractions we have now?
Next question is, what are some common English idioms or expressions that use the word here?
Oh, there are tons. You've got things like here and there when you're talking about a few random spots, or neither here nor there when something is just irrelevant. Then there's here we go again for those moments when you see a pattern repeating itself that you're probably not thrilled about. Do any of those fit the vibe of your project?
There, my next question, how does air pollution affect human health and the environment?
That's a big topic, but a really important one. Basically, for us, it's all about what we're breathing in, tiny particles and gases that can mess with your lungs and heart over time. For the planet, it's things like acid rain and the greenhouse effect that shift the entire climate. Are you looking into this for a project or just curious?
There, my next question is, what role does air play in the weather
hmm
and climate?
Air is basically the engine for everything we see outside. It's how heat and moisture get warms up, it rises. And that's where you get your winds, your storm systems, and those massive pressure shifts that decide if you're waking up to a sunny day or a torrential conveyor belt for the Earth's climate. Do you want actually creates specific weather patterns?
Next question is what role did
What's on your mind?
what did ancient civilization
I'm a little
left in the
lost.
concept of
What are we?
air compared to modern sciences?
That is such a cool shift in perspective. Back then, people didn't have sensors or satellites, so they relied on what they could feel and see. A lot of ancient cultures viewed air as a living force or a divine breath, basically the spirit of life itself. They knew it was essential, but they didn't realize it was made of specific gases like nitrogen and oxygen. They just saw it as one of the fundamental elements of the universe. Modern science, of course, turned it into chemistry and physics, breaking it down into molecules and atmospheric pressure. We went from seeing air as a mystical breath to seeing it as a complex chemical soup that regulates the entire. We lost some of the magic by defining it so scientifically.
Question is why do people often associate air with freedom, motivate, motivate and life, etc.?
It's a beautiful connection, right? I think it's because the only thing that's completely everywhere but totally invisible. You can't cage it, you can't stop it. Much the definition of freedom. Plus, since it's the very first thing we need the second we're born, it becomes this instinctive symbol for life and the spark that keeps us going. It's like the ultimate invisible support system. When you're outside, or does it feel more like just air to you?
Okay, my
I'll be here. What else is on your list for
next
today?
question is what are some everyday technologies that depend on their or air pressure?
Oh, way more than you'd think. The most obvious ones are probably tires and balloons, where you're literally trapping air to create structure. Things like vacuum cleaners, which are basically just air pressure machines, or even a simple drinking straw, where you're using pressure to push liquid up. Then there's aviation, where the shape of a wing uses air pressure to actually lift a massive plane off the ground. It's kind of wild how much we rely on something we can't even see. Does any of that surprise you, or were you thinking of something more high tech?
My next, my last question is after
Last
learning
percent?
about the word here, what new effect or idea did uh, did you find the most interesting and why?
Looking back at everything we just talked about, the thing that sticks with me most is that shift from the ancient view of air as a divine breath to our modern chemical understanding. It's a reminder of how we've traded a bit of mystery for a lot of precision. Something as simple as can be both a spiritual symbol of freedom and a physics equation at the same time. What about you? Which
Okay,
part of the
goodbye.
conversation actually? Bye. It was great chatting with you. Take it easy.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Catch you
So,
later.
friends, thank you for watching my videos and keep support me. Okay, Allah Hafiz.